saw everybody running. And I was like, why they running like roaches? Never would have thought in a million years it'd be my child laying down.
I don't know that young lady from a can of paint, because I don't eat at Little Caesars. I'm sorry. So I don't even know that lady from a can of paint. But what I do know is I'm tired of when I come home in Unionville, Macon, Georgia, and I'm tired of when I come home and I see police activities and they got these the tape roped off. You know what I'm saying? And you got the corner out here. You know what that man working day, night, and in between, man, picking up bodies. And the crazy thing about it, over half of the bodies that they picking up, people ain't even made it to 30. They ain't even made it to 30. And they talking about they done live life. You ain't even live life yet at 30. You just really starting to understand what life really is about. You really starting to just get a glimpse of what life is about at 30. Come on, man. 30 ain't the new 100. 30 ain't the new 90. 30 ain't the new 80. Let's live to 80, 90, 100 years old, man.
Georgia is bleeding, and nobody seems to care. The state has become one of the most violent corners of America, a place where blood runs in the streets and the bodies keep dropping, yet the communities most devastated by it remain paralyzed, divided, or in denial. The murders pile up. The funerals blur together. The grief becomes routine. Poverty is deep. Guns are everywhere. And still, nothing changes. No one is safe. Not even the ones just trying to make it to payday. Not even the ones who step outside for a breath of fresh air. That's all Ashanti Macon was doing on July 15th. Just a quick lunch break. Just a moment to catch her breath. And just like that, it became her last. Welcome to the American Crime Femicide channel. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for future uploads. Ashanti was just 30 years old, a mother of 5, a newlywed, a hard worker, a giver, a bright light. She was somebody. Not a statistic, not a footnote, not some anonymous headline buried under a mountain of Georgia gun violence. She was a woman who believed in the good of people, who uplifted others, who celebrated her children, who helped friends find work at her Little Caesars job so they too could survive. But all that light, all that optimism, all that humanity was stolen. Not by fate, not by illness, but by a group of armed cowards who decided that bullets had more value than life. On July 15, 2025, Ashanti took a simple dinner break after working half her shift. A break. Just 10 minutes to breathe, to rest, to step outside into the back alley of her job on Rains Lane near the intersection of Pio Nono and Montpelier Avenue. That small sliver of peace became the scene of her slaughter. Without warning, a group of unidentified males, believed to be teens or young men, opened fire in broad daylight. No target, no motive, no remorse, just violence, just chaos. Just another senseless eruption in a city that's allowed itself to rot from the inside out. Ashanti, who had just given birth in 2024 and married her child's father in March of 2025, was gunned down like trash in the back alley of a shopping center. Her body, riddled with bullets, was left behind a fast food joint while the city kept moving like nothing had happened.
She was in good spirit the day she came to work. Like, we were having so much fun as usual. When she come to work, time go by fast for everybody. Like, we gonna laugh. It'll never be the same. She my second co-worker that I lost to gun violence, just being somewhere at the wrong time.
Ashanti didn't die in a war zone overseas. She didn't die on a battlefield. She died on her job break, a place that has devolved into one of the most violent, lawless communities in America. And for what? What did she do? What crime did she commit? She was a mother, a worker, a woman trying to build a life and raise children. That's it. That was her crime. Sherman Owens, a local witness, put it bluntly. He saw what happened and called it what it was, a senseless slaughter at the hands of degenerates. And that's what they are, degenerates. Demons in sagging pants with assault weapons and no regard for life.
Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Listen, man, listen. For any person that's watching this video, any person that come in contact with this video, I humbly ask that you please share this content. If you from the Macon, Georgia area, man, listen, man, bro, my heart is hurting right now. I don't even know these people from a can of paint. But what I do know is, this is what I do know. On my way, finishing up my day, I go hit up Bible study. You know what I'm saying? When I come back from Bible study, bro, they got the police, got the whole neighborhood around here roped off right here on Pine No and Montpelier, man. Right here on Pine No and Montpelier, right there where the Little Caesars at. Y'all, if y'all from Macon, Georgia, man, you know where I'm talking about, man. Why in the fuck y'all go up there and kill that girl, man? That girl was at work, bruh. At work. I don't even know her. I can't tell you if she black, white, or Hispanic, but what I do know is, bruh, this shit around here got to stop, man. It got to stop, bruh. How the fuck you a young lady that got 3 kids can't even go to work in peace and come back home to her kids, man? Cause she go outside on a smoke break, you know what I'm saying? And niggas run around and shoot up the whole corner. The niggas you looking for, you ain't even hit. You ain't even hit the niggas you looking for. I understand, I done been in the street, so I understand the street life, bro. Go get your man if that's what you own. Go get your man if that's what you own. You shooting blind and closing your eyes, talking about bleakies and thises and that's. Bro, you shooting up a whole corner, don't give a fuck about who on that corner. Somebody love that girl, man. That girl got kids, mama, grandma, daddy, aunts, uncles, a whole slew of people, man. Go get your man, bro. You niggas shooting erratically, hitting innocent bystanders. When is it gonna stop? When is it gonna stop? That's what we need to be talking about. That's what we need to be talking about. You can't come home and go to work in peace. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. Now they over here. If she work at Little Caesars 9 times out of 10, this girl ain't got no insurance. Now her family got to go struggle, beg, put up little jars and different stoves to come up with the money to bury this young lady, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. Enough is enough, man. Enough is enough. Man, listen, man. Right now, the way I feel, I'm ready to bring together and put together a whole prayer party in this whole Unionville area, man. This whole Unionville area. Because, bruh, this whole neighborhood, it needs prayer. It's a lot of stuff that go on in my neighborhood, bruh, that I really don't even talk about. I kind of push it to the side, and I'm really in my feelings, so excuse my French, but I'm tired, man. Every day when I come home from work, you got this corner roped off, that corner roped off. Niggas over here doing their thing. Females over there doing their thing. Come on, man. That ain't what we was put here to do. That ain't what we was put here to do. Lord knows that ain't what we was put here to do. It's too much going on right now. Man, listen, boy, I'm telling you straight up and down, boy, everybody need to be prayed up. Because we don't know when that time come, where they say, when it's that last moment, it come like a thief in the night. You never know. And I know the first one going to say, okay, yeah, true indeed. True indeed. Let me be the first one to say it. Everybody got their time. True. But some of us, time comes a lot quicker because of the choices that we make in life, right? I was one of those people, so I could be the first one to attest to it. I was one of those people. You understand what I'm saying? But for the grace of God, he allowed me to do them 13 years in prison, allowed me to start thinking and picking up a book and getting a different concept and understanding about life, right? But even though I was still living in the world, I was still going through my different ups and downs. So that's what made me commit my life to the church. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm not perfect. Ain't nobody perfect. We all fall short of the glory of God. But at the same time, man, we can make some different choices and some different decisions in life, man. We got to do better as a people, man. We got to do better. Especially as African Americans right here in America. Baby, we got to do better. I'm tired of seeing innocent people closing their eyes because you got these YNs that everybody walking around with guns bigger than them. These niggas ain't doing no fighting. You know, like, come on, bro. Everything you gotta go pick up a gun and you just pulling triggers and your eyes closed. How can you hit? It's two dudes who you looking for standing right there. They wasn't even standing by the girl. How you miss all that to hit her? Now her family, everybody up here crying, hospitals roped off, the corner roped off. This is crazy, man. This crazy. I want to see my people smiling. I want to see my people happy, doing good. You know what I'm saying? I really do, man. It's hurting my heart, man. Like I said again, man, I don't know that young lady from a can of paint. Because I don't eat at Little Caesars. I'm sorry. So I don't even know that lady from a can of paint. But what I do know is I'm tired of when I come home in Unionville, Macon, Georgia, and I'm tired of when I come home and I see police activities and they got the tape roped off. You know what I'm saying? And you got the corner out here. You know what that man working day, night, and in between, man, picking up bodies. And the crazy thing about it, over half of the bodies that they picking up, people ain't even made it to 30. They ain't even made it to 30. And they talking about they done live life. You ain't even live life yet at 30. You just really starting to understand what life really is about. You really starting to just get a glimpse of what life is about at 30. Come on, man. 30 ain't the new 100. 30 ain't the new 90. 30 ain't the new 80. Let's live to 80, 90, 100 years old, man.
The world should be shaking in rage right now, but instead, the streets are quiet. The killers are still walking free. The sheriff's office says they have no information, no motive, no suspects, no leads, just the same recycled statement they give every time a black woman dies senselessly. We're still investigating. And in the meantime, another black mother is buried. Another group of children are left to grow up with grief as their bedtime story. 5 kids now have to remember their mother's smile in pictures, remember her laugh in videos, try to make sense of how someone so full of love and life was taken from them over nothing. Where is the surveillance? Where's the community protection Ashanti's family is now demanding? Why does a shopping plaza have working cash registers and security alarms, but no working cameras to identify the people who turned it into a war zone?
The Bibb County Sheriff's Office says Ashanti Macon was shot in the alley behind the U.S. Deli off Pianono Avenue. Now, a mom and aunt stand in a parking spot where Ashanti was. Stacy says she was driving by to take her younger daughter home when she got the call and saw her daughter lying on the pavement.
I saw everybody running, and I was like, why they running like roaches? Never would have thought in a million years it'd be my child laying down.
Macon talked about how she wants people to remember her daughter.
No matter what, like my sister said, no matter what came her way, she smiled through it all. But what I'm gonna miss most about my daughter is that smile.
Ashley is her aunt, only 5 years older, more like a friend. They called each other all the time with never a dull moment.
Just optimistic. Didn't matter if it's working at Little Caesars, she took pride in it. Caring for her children, she took pride in it. She just found joy in just about anything.
Now that joy living on in her 5 children and her aunt wanting justice.
We want to see more CCTV cameras. It is important that people know that they are under surveillance and watch when you choose to be perpetrators of violence and criminal activity. It is also important that communities feel safe.
Macon's funeral was held on July 26th. It was a bittersweet day because nobody that young, that vibrant, that needed should be laid to rest. She was a mother who lived for her kids. She posted their achievements. She doted on their smiles. She shaped her whole world around making theirs better. And now they will grow up without her. No mother at the football games. No mother on graduation day. No mother to help them through heartbreak or celebrate their wins. This wasn't a natural death. This wasn't an accident. This was preventable. This was violence made possible by decades of neglect, normalized dysfunction, and cowardly silence. We love to talk about how Black mothers are the backbone of our communities until they get murdered. Then suddenly, it's crickets. Suddenly, no one saw anything. Suddenly, there are no leads. Ashanti's name deserves to echo louder than gunfire. She was not a bystander in her death. She was the target of a society that refuses to protect its most essential women. Her children are now motherless. Her husband is now a widower. Her co-workers are now traumatized. And all for what? A group of faceless, nameless boys with guns and nothing to lose. Let's be clear. We lost far more that day than they ever will. Rest in power, Ashanti Macon. May your killers feel the weight of your name in every breath they take, and may justice find them before another child grows up an orphan.